Right now, Giggs is holding down the rap game, innit? I'm holding down the grime game. Dot rotten. R.I.P. Young Dot out now in all good record shops nationwide. Are you mad? If you ain't heard about me, you must be nuts. I did the damn work. If you're talking the hardest and rotten, don't come up in your force, you're retarded. I've got bars hotter than the source of Bahamas. There's every enemies that are war in the rotted. I only respect the portion of artists. The rest can never bring war to the masters. Truthfully, they get more than their arse kicked. If I bring out the bore of disasters, will a curse so hard you sure you can start it? I won't stand for supporting your garbage. Some are rhyming about holding the sticks and some are shining, but I ain't solar eclipse. They're like quick, them pricks got caught in the darkness. I would get violent if I get blocked by that trident. I put a 4-4 to a sergeant. I'll give the boy them a caution regardless. I'll start assaulting a bastard. Make sure you're sure that you blast it. I ain't get stitched, I'm in a fit beneath the floorboards of your store and your llamas. Some niggas ain't love ignoring the smarties. Two feds come to the door, boring apartments. Talking about some warrant for Jarvis. You idiot, I told you. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. Anyways, for those who don't know, it's DOT, basically crime GOD. A lot of guys don't wanna see me whole P. 20 years don't meet me a real OG. Now friends on the leech, when you hear this, your whole team will know about it by the end of the week. I'm penned with a speech, I'm spending life behind bars, but no one sentencing me. Believe I hate talking to enemies, it's like producing a beat while forcing a melody. I killed Young Dot and took a walk in the cemetery, trapped to my thoughts so I'll never be free. Mine a soul haunted by memories of these resorting to felonies, getting beat. I might look physically weak, but no, I'm mentally strong with no therapy. I'm at war myself, trying to suppress my negative energy. Anything necessary to get myself out this territory. There's obstacles the size of Mount Everest, but I can't ever slip my life, I can't get a grip. I'm 10 steps ahead of these MCs. Me, myself, over everyone's sent me. I'm something like amphetamines deadly. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. At the end of the day, I'm riding on his 14 like a Viking, perfecting time and flow. All these guys dislike how I'm rhyming, cause of the sub-flow I'm shining, mine and soul. Stays dark like a violent crow. They wanna murder but they can't find him though. You can get done for when you speak on a beat for less than under a G. You can get left to resting under the sea in the worst way. You can swim with a fish like a mermaid in a clash if you win. That's I wish that came true. I hate big dudes give a first aid after I'm done with them. There's no work rate. I get spitting like Weezy on a beat. If I made a rhythm it needs me on a beat. If it's beef for streets on road then I first name. My bars are so weighty when I spit they hate me, cause lately I'm bringing earthquakes. And half the road ladies when I bring my baby it's crazy. That's on the first date. But I can't fall into the trap. I'm trying to settle down. If it's war we bring the metal round. Put a bigger man in this place like yo settle now. Good attack to let the beat get to you. You go to war with a blank teeth replica. You wanna shank me? Plan A didn't work. That's a whack plan B. When I plan C always close to plan G. Overstand me I got away with words. Fuck off's one of my favourite verbs. You do that I stick my middle finger up in the world like Tupac. Fuck that I stick you up like blue tack. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. If it's the hardest you're talking, I'll be one of the hardest bars reporting. This all become with a bar thing. On top of him spitting hard like a starving. Laughing but look now they're wondering asking who's this MC from London and Harsing. Some reply one of the hardest, some deny say that I'm something like Carcass. But no, I am not one of them borrowers. I did out, I'm high grade, something like skunk and I'm marking. Guns to my sparking, you won't fight for your life, you'd rather jump in a casket. See, it's all fun when you're passing. To be